Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a good day. We are finally getting back to the Final Fantasy story. Absolutely nothing in the as far as see where I can get this, because I've been told by certain people that if I don't finish this before the new expansion, I'm dead to them. So make this happen. And conveniently, the last piece of my Megumin glamour uh comes from comes from like the first quest in this patch quest. So I'm going outside. Okay. Oh hey. Oh. Uh. Thanks for the Joker corn and orange juice. Uh. I gotta see. This bracelet necklace. Yeah. There you go. Oh yeah, the watch streak finally works. Woo! The nice looking dog collar you gave me. Thank you. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, probably. Okay. That sounds like a thing that would happen. So now it'll really be done. And I guess you just casually keep corn and orange juice on for Alright, a newfound adventure. Tataru is putting on a pot of tea at the door. How lovely to see you. You're not in too much of a rush. I was about to make a pot of tea. Would you like a cup? Sure. Take a seat, then I'll find us something to nibble on as well. That's your thing? Just giving people corn and orange juice? Alright. Listen. Who am I to yuck someone's jums? Ooh, cookies. Who's gonna show up?
It's so much quieter these days without everyone around. Not that I'm pining for your return, you understand. I have my sources, and I know that each and every one of you is doing well and keeping busy with your endeavors.
Endeavor.
Meanwhile, I'm left with a surplus of free time and the question of how to make the most of it.
We pick up a new class.
What about you? Any plans
Job.
for the immediate future?
A grand adventure, of course.
Traveling to the edge of existence and back wasn't enough? Well, if that's the case, I might have a suggestion for you. You fought bravely and selflessly, helping those in need and saving our star from unimaginable threats. For your deeds, you've been hailed as the champion of Eorzea and a host of other incredible things. But why not put those titles aside for a while?
Okay.
Acquit yourself as a simple adventurer again and travel the world in search of wonder.
Sure. It's already what I was doing. That's a great idea, but where to start? Something tells me she knows.
Oh, with so many exciting places to choose from, it's hard to narrow it down. But I believe I have the perfect destination in mind. Thavner. That's where you should go next.
Uh-huh. Sure.
I doubt you were able to squeeze in a proper tour of Radzatan the last time you were there. What with the burning skies and rampaging monsters and so forth. And I'm sure Vritra would be pleased to see you. Then there's the bounty itself. The Empire's presence in the region was always a deterrent to exploration. So if you've a mind to sail that sea, now's your chance.
Ooh.
Just think of all the new experiences you could have.
I did feel like there was still a lot to do.
Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty?
Bum bum bum.
As the bearer of Azem's crystal, you may consider your duty to see at least that much.
Oh, let's go there. Yeah, listen to Emmett. Yeah. What he said.
Oh, I know that look. That's an adventurer ready to take on the world. In anticipation of an occasion like this, I was planning to gift you a new set of traveling clothes, but it's still a work in progress. Shouldn't take much longer now though, so sit tight and I'll have the last few bits sewn up before you can finish another cup of tea.
Alrighty. You're the best, Tataru. And I think that hopefully this is the last piece of Megumin now. You know, get eyes. Wait, that doesn't look like part of the outfit.
Stitch in here and trim in there. Knot the threads with love and care. Just a little more to go. I'm sure you're still brimming with excitement.
I guess.
I am one with the needle. See how the fabric surrenders to my whims.
Okay. Oh yeah, I
Don't
fell
worry,
asleep.
I'll make sure the lining has plenty of pockets for all your little treasures. I swear adventurers are worse than children when it comes to hoarding every feather and leaf and animal hide they come across.
I mean, yeah. Okay, no need to call me out.
Oh, we mustn't forget the waterproofing. Gods forbid you forget to disrobe before plunging into the sea, or a river, or a piping hot bath.
Dude, Tataru's throwing some serious shade at me. Like, nap time, crazy dreams. What is? Ooh, who's that? Thanos?
And thus I am returned.
Doesn't maybe? I don't know. Bum bum bum. Newfound adventure. Oh.
you're awake.
Ah, Adventure, finally awake.
My apologies. I do get a little carried away with my sewing. You seem awfully cheerful. Pleasant dream? Or are you just looking forward to the next chapter of your
That
grand saga?
dream didn't look very pleasant.
Either way, I promise to provide you with new apparel, and so I shall. If you'll accompany me to the Diamond Forge, we can put the finishing touches on your outfit. Shall we?
Taro, you really making work for this one. Ba. Okay. Ta-da. Hello, Taro, what do you got? Serve the finest artisans, and no napping this time. I only need a moment. You'll see. Okay, Tatara. Yeah, I know. I was a little sleepy. Not at all. A little more room in the shoulders. Open up the cuffs. Final adjustment to the hem. All done. Let's see how it looks on the mannequin. Well, what do you think? Does it just scream ready for bold new adventure? I think so. So glad you approve. You've outdone yourself, Taru. Thank you. Oh, stop. You'll make me blush. Really wanted to thank me, though. All I ask is that you wear this on your travels. Sure. Or at least anywhere lots of adventures might gather. Hee hee. Oh, I'm just walking advertisement, aren't I? Though, look at you, a famous hero wonder. Wherever did she purchase those stylish yet practical garments? And before you know it, hordes of new customers will be climbing over each other to place orders at Taru Boutique. Wahaha, I can hear it now, the merry clink clink of gil flowing from my coffers. Sweet music to my ears. Doop. Mm-hmm. Mm. Ahem. Burgeoning merchant empires aside, you must be excited to start a fresh chapter of your life. No places to go, people to meet. I often wonder how you remember all your experiences and exploits without taking at least a few notes. I don't remember anything. Oh, maybe you should start doing just that. You never know when some odd past detail might become relevant, or if one day you'll take a blow to the head and forget the better part of the past decade. Something to keep in mind in any case. Oh. Collection expanded, the unending codex. Oh, hey. Taru. Oh, this good. Scions. The final days. Oh, cool. Uh, things to help me remember my with my pea-sized brain. New entries for prominent terms and characters. Borrow some advice as the former receptionist, sometime intelligent gatherer of the Scions. Allow me to offer you a word of advice. Do not expect juicy rumors to simply fall into your lap. Adventurers rely on gossip, and the best place to pick up information are taverns and markets. At present, you only have a broad destination in mind. You arrive in Thavnir, I suggest you explore your options at Myriad's Mine, the finest drinking establishment in Ratatan. Charm the employees, and they'll not only point you in the direction of the local tale teller, but also share with you tricks for loosening their tongues. Hey, kitty. Now, I really must be getting back to running my boutique. Enjoy the journey, Washbourne. A fair fortune find you. Item of interest to your collection. Letters such as big sun will be stored here. That's it. Uh, at first though, I the transmog. Alright, these I know how to do this. We're done. Yeah. The uh, uh, crap. Okay, edit glamour. Uh, uh, that, die. I'm fairly sure it was the red one. Megumi Konosuba. We'll go with that. Okay, and forget the Joker. Yeah, we are Megumi, Megumi. Now we can. I've got my corn. I've got my Megumin. I'm good. Radatan, here we go. Oop. More time. Radatan, here we go. To the bar. Oh, I could have either started. Oops. Ah, well, it's just nice. It's nice. I live. Welcome to Myron's. Hey. Oh, hello. I did not recognize you at first. Are you here alone? Let me find you a table. Writing about those? Wait. Writing about what? Ruins beneath the bounty. Would you be speaking of the sunken treasure vault? We have one regular, a historian in fact, who could tell you all about it. Oh, you're probably writing about the Aether Crystals. Then I know this game, it just takes a while to come back. Yeah. Ah, there's the professor. Let's go get the professor drunk. Although a somewhat private sort, the professor is quick to friend those who share his fondness for the main unique beverages. Offer him any drink from our selection, he should happily share everything he knows about the vault you seek, and a few other odd bits besides. Alright, cool. Cocktails. Whatever you buy for him is on the house, by the way. If Reed found out I took coin from Thavnir Savior, she would have me scrubbing the floors. Alright, historian, let's get drunk. Yes. Oh, if I cannot be skipped, you may wish. Okay. Yeah, let's go. Oh no, am I gonna get the one fish ending? And what may I do for you, my Eorzean friend? Oh, just a friendly chat. How about a drink? Well, I certainly wouldn't say no to a drink freely offered. Here we are, one of me finest enjoy. Ah, lovely. Bottoms up. Stop, stop. Darling empties the cup and a single pull. That was very kind of you. But I know when I'm being softened up to what is it that you want from me? I can't get even drunker. Oh ho, chasing down that old tale, are you? It does seem to appeal to the adventurous at heart. Now, where to begin? Might I assume you've heard of Alzadel? He was Khan of the Ori tribe, which sailed to Thavnir from the mainland, and a key figure in the history of Radatan. Totally know him. Yep. His decision to aid the Arkasodara is what ultimately won them the war against the Gajasura, thus allowing our predecessors to do something. The truly fascinating stories, however, concern his grandson Alazad III. Something. Oh my! I can't. I'm very bad. All right, he's bad saying these names. Some attest that this man traveled to another world entirely and returned with glittering riches. Other that he brokered an alliance with a certain worm of the first brood. When then there is the tale of a sunken vault, the one you seem most curious about. According to this legend, Alzadel III claimed a small island somewhere in the middle of the bounty. There he built a structure clear to the bottom of the sea, a deep and secret storehouse, and locked all his worldly wealth within. In the centuries since, whenever a natural disaster or hardship befell Radhatsan, folk would remember the tale of the hidden treasure. Hardy souls would set out to claim their fortune, but precious few ever made it home. Would you like to hear more? Cough. Apologies, I have a slight tickle and oh, my cup appears to be empty. Ah, yeah, subtle. Alright, let's keep going. I see we've reached an understanding. You're a sharp one, adventurer. Another for the professor. Oh, today was blended. Alheen gulps down his nose drink with gale. Where are we? Yep. Those did return from seeking the treasure vault. Flatly refuse to speak of what they saw. Did this discourage others? Nay, quite the opposite. Such accounts only served to feed the legend, and the golden lure grew stronger than ever before. That reminds me of something Azama once saying. Azama is a fellow connoisseur of spiritual potables. Yes, he is. Anyway, he's saying that one of his acquaintances, but after the treasure himself hasn't been set sail, I hear, but he did say something. Seem a generous sort. What kind of man would I be to encourage what is clearly a foolhardy question? My words, my words sent you to death. Yeah. I'm no stranger to peril. Is that so? Perhaps it's your turn to tell a tale then. What manner of dangers have you faced? Which I can probably name 7 on the planet. Very edge of existence from anyone else? I struggle to believe it, but I recognize you now. You're the final days. I need another drink to settle my nerves. More of the same, if as you wish, but this one is on your corn, Professor. Gonna be passed out on the table. Dalheen drains yet another cup. What am I naming? Oh, the honorable calamities? Yeah, totally. Anyway, you being who you are, I suppose I wouldn't hurt to share a little more. This friend of Azama's is desperate to buy a treasure map, one which showed the way to the entrance of the vault. Seems she could only get it from some merchant. But I forgot. Let's drink a toast to you, my new best friend, me. Yeah, water time. There was the black rose one. That's all I know. Your drink, sir? Ah, marvelous. I am parched. Wondering? Question mark. Ellen gulps down the cup of water. That was water. Did you tell her to bring me water? That's probably for the best. Very kind. My head will certainly seem to have overindulged. Put in mind the words Galza. Be wary of how much of the drink. Forgive me, I will subject you to more of the unseemly antics. If you want to speak with Azama, well, as I said, we share a taste for. Probably came. We were talking. I wish you fortune in finding your fortune. I appear to have learned everything. Gotta find Azama. Oh, hey. You changed outfits. Hey. Going. Yes, I am Azama, and who might you be? Oh, true. I'm afraid my friend took a ship out in search of Alzadal's legacy. I've been watching for his sails ever since. Tried to dissuade him, of course, but he refused to listen. All he could talk about was finding that treasure. That look in his eyes, I knew wasn't common gold or dual he lusted after he was hunting Alzadel's thirds were otherworldly horde, and his ambitions would not be denied. I see it in you, that appetite for the mysterious and unknown. So I will tell you what my friend told me, how he convinced a merchant in the bazaar to give him the rough location of the vault entrance. It seems this merchant, one Zashel, I believe, is selling a map which shows the exact route, but my friend's purse was too light for its exorbitant price. With that, what meager wealth he had, he instead paid to learn that there are ruins on a small island somewhere in the bounty. Within those ruins hides the path to the vault deep below. Truly dead on seeking Alzadel's treasure, I suggest you put your affairs in order. I if wish things different, but I do not believe my friend is ever coming home. We're gonna find him. He'll be there. I got this.
Please, Sashal, please! You must let me have that treasure map!
What's all this about?
My mother and father were slaughtered by monsters. My baby sister, still too young to fend for herself. Can you spare us no kindness? So, you hope to find your fortune? And what? You expect me to surrender my wares for pity's sake? What have you to offer in payment? As I thought. Come back when you've more than rags to your name.
Guy's kind of a dick.
This is no mere treasure map. It is a guide to the vaults of Arzadal III, one of the great satraps of Radzat Han, and a direct descendant of Alzadal Khan.
A map
Oh
to
my.
Alzadal's legacy.
So he says. A
Why
fake
is-
I'd wager.
Why is that kid
This
like
is no fake.
gaping
The
mouth? Didn't
parchment
he
is
know?
marked with an arcane glyph of passage. You may find the ruins hidden in the bounty, but you won't be setting foot inside without this in your possession. A priceless artifact it is, discovered amongst the rubble in the aftermath of the final days, and lovingly restored by yours truly. This map is the key to fabulous riches, and I'll be the king of fools to simply give it away. Be glad I am no such king boy. Your scrawny-eyed had never returned with that treasure alive. Oh, cruel fate! Why must you tempt me with wealth I am powerless to claim? How I shall envy the one who purchases that precious map! Whatever they pay will be but pittance against the golden hoards they stand to uncover.
Something tells me he's a plant now. Hey, it's Ninian.
What of you, sir? Fighting man of your stature would surely relish the challenge of recovering Alzadal's lost fortune.
A fortune, you say?
If I had but the strength to seize that treasure, my starving sister would never want for food.
What's your sister's name, kid?
I'll take it. Will this cover the price?
Da-da-da-da-da.
Well met, my friend. Someone is dressed for adventure.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
But why Favner of all places? Knowing you, I suspect there's more to your plans than sightseeing and shopping.
Haha, yeah, you know me.
Ruins beneath the bounty. Curious. And here I've acquired a map to just such a site.
Yeah, what a crazy quinky dink.
With that sale, I do believe I've earned the rest of the day off. Thank you for your patronage, sir, but if you'll excuse me.
You needn't mind us.
And now I've fleeced one of the heroes of the final days. Pray the sisters were looking elsewhere.
This map may or may not be genuine. Either way, we'll need a ship to find out for sure.
I never took you. Oh, seem eager to be underway.
Lest you misunderstand, I seek the treasure not for myself. If such a fortune truly exists, then it could help ease the struggles of those who lost their loved ones in the final days. I hope to do for Thavnir what you and Alphino did for the Alamegans when you recovered the Mad King's trove.
Aww.
Come now. You know Alphino needs little encouragement when it comes to recounting the tales of your shared exploits. Speaking of precocious lads, that boy in the bazaar was clearly an accomplice of the merchant.
Yeah.
Suppose his role was to draw the attention of the crowd and add weight to the merchant's bold claims. Transparent act for the most part. It was not all mummery. The need to provide for his sister rang true enough. Thus, if some portion of the profits end up in that waif's pockets, then I will consider it money well spent, whether the map leads us to the vault or not.
Aw, Damien, you're such a sweetheart.
You are coming along, yes?
Naturally. I'm not paying anything. I just blow stuff up. I don't pay for things. Black mage.
I thought as much. Now, let's see about securing a vessel.
Ah, the small child was listening. Estinian has been added to the unending codex. Hello, Estinian. You will recall I spoke of visiting Stavnir at Vitra's request. Well, he finally invited me to a feast and made his proposal once I was too full of henny lights to refuse. He wishes me to train the Radiant Host in lance work. But that is a tale for another time. What we need now is a merchant or a trawler with a ship fit for the open seas. Latzia is a fisherman by trade. Yes, we should head to Atkiali and see if he can help us. Yeah, fishmonger. Up, 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 up. Turtle. Turtle. Pooch. Bark, bark. Yeah. Yes. Which is what? That's a turtle. Yes. See, I'm happy you understood the assignment. Atya. My friend, what brings you to our humble village? Big shell dog. Yes. Yes. So you need a seaworthy vessel to seek. Considering it was your deeds which allowed us to return to fishing, I should think everyone would be glad for a chance to repay the favor. Wait here and I will have a boat stocked and ready for you in no time at all. Always when I get to the reading portion, I have you noticed our little shadow? Been following us since we left the city. We see you there, boy. Show yourself. Oh, uh, this is uh, yeah, that's a tracker for TFT games. Actually, I guess I don't need that. And I've gone and cheated you. I work with Zazzle. You see, the map merchant. It's my job to play the pleading orphan and convince the crowd his wares are worth the price he asks. I'm ashamed of what I've done and beg for your forgiveness. If not for you, my sister and I would never have. Well, we'd be enough. I knew your game and I paid the price willingly. A fortunate purchase, as it turns out, for my friend here was seeking those very ruins. You were kind to overlook the wrong I have done you, but there is more you know. No. Out with it, boy. The map you bought is very real, as is the island it chose. Overheard Zazzle selling the information to someone else. He told that man where he needed to search about the ruins, about the vault, about everything. Then the man sailed out to find his fortune, never to be seen again. You cannot go alone to this place. You should have more friends with you, maybe even a whole army. Come on, kid, I got this. I do not doubt the ruins hold danger, but I assure you, between the two of us, we'll be fine. Please, I cannot bear the thought of. Uh, We could invite our comrades. That we could, and assuming we do find the treasure hoard, it may prove wise to have more along for the carrying. Any ideas on who to approach? Designs have scattered far and wide since our last gathering. Does this mean we're a dungeon's coming up? Not our no. It's Alphino and Alice. Little Lord Alphino and his sister, were they not bound for Garlemade? They may have far more important matters to do than delving for trinkets. Oh, I so it's supposed to be Graha. Graha wants to come on an adventure with us, right? Aye, Creel may have her hands full rebuilding the students, but if you reach out to Graha, he would surely leap at the invitation. Will that set your mind at ease? Yes, if that man is strong, you said. Is he though? Strong, I mean? Yeah. What is your name, boy? Mayrad, sir. Well, Mayrad, your life is yours to live as you will, but I suggest you find a more honest trade if you wish to keep your sister safe. I'm not proud of what I do, but what choice do I have? We need to eat, and everyone's too busy rebuilding their own lives to bother two grubby orphans. Wait, boy. I didn't take this roundabout road just to see you end up in some creature's belly. Let me walk you back to the city gates. Thank you, sir. Call me Estinian. Oop, oop, oop. Bam, 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 bam. Enter Cuff of the Sea. Denny is ready to escort Mary to safety. I shall leave you to Troop Graha. You'll appreciate the invitation that much more, I'm sure. As I recall, he was based at the annex. Someone there ought to be able to point you in the right direction. Let us be off too, Mayrad. Do me a favor and don't stray from the path. Bum, 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 bum. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam, bam. Where's Graha? Oh, look who it is. Welcome back. What might the students do for you? Graha, yes, he's in the main hall with Mistress Krell. They've been holed up in there for days. By all means, go and give them an excuse to take a break. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum.
Ah, Urgika, my good man. Would you be so kind as to...
Not quite.
Isn't this a pleasant surprise?
I wish you had sent word ahead. I thought I was having visions for a moment there.
What are the two of you working on?
Raha and I have been compiling old records of the students' activities. We were able to locate several accounts in the archives of Numenon, but the bulk of our documents was lost along with the Isle of Fowl.
But what brings you to the annex, my friend? Surely you haven't come all this way just to watch us shuffle dusty papers around? The treasure vault of Alzadal III.
And you're looking for companions to join you on this expedition.
Mm-hmm.
I would dearly love to accompany you, of course, but I'm afraid I'm committed to another task. On the subject of which, I had hoped to ask for your assistance.
Sounds like another patch quest. Her nose is very pixely. Going Super Saiyan.
Then again, it's not so urgent that it can't wait until you've returned. You should go, Raha. I'll stay here and mind the shop, as it were.
Are you sure? I'd hate to leave you short-handed.
I'm sure. Just try to be back before too many moons have passed.
Well, I
I guess we're off on another adventure already.
Yep. Let's go, Catman.
Have you asked anyone else to come along?
Catman.
Then might I suggest we invite your Stola? Ever since the Scions disbanded, she spent most of her time cloistered within the Great Google Library, hoping to piece together a method to traverse the rift.
Graha, let's go,
It would seem,
yeah.
however, that whatever wisdom she sought there was not to be found. She arrived in Charlian the other day. We spoke briefly before she began her search of Numenor. Considering what you've told us of Alzadal's extraordinary feats, I do believe your Stola would be more than interested to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, crazy dimensional tech. Woo.
Splendid! Then let us head to the archives at once.
To the archives.
Wait, before you go. I have another potential member to volunteer, if you've room to spare. Urianger.
No, I don't want to read his dialogue.
He sent the students a request for materials, you see. Treatises on the architecture of treasure vaults and the like. From what I can gather, the Loporrits are looking to make improvements to their own creation and wish to learn more about how we build things down here.
Can read, just
So, why not
not
take Urianger with
say
you?
it well.
Let him study Alzadal's legacy firsthand.
None can deny the benefit of seeing something with your own eyes.
We're getting the band back together.
If our expedition leader has no objections, I say we extend Urianger an invitation once we've spoken with your Stola.
Safe travels, you two. But don't forget, I'd still like your help with that other matter I mentioned.
Right. Then it's off to the library.
Ba-da-ba-ba. Da-da-da-da. Hey, Puddingway, how's it going? Bitches. Oh. Hurrah! Alright, oh. The, fell asleep on the books. Okay, an ad's about to play, so I gotta refill. So, I'm gonna run that ad. Have fun with sleeping Stola and the cat. While I run the ad and get some water. Just right. There we go. 1 second. Alright, alright, alright. Oh, hey. Oh. Raha just had a foot through his chest. Only guess who this could possibly be. Still got another minute on that ad, so we're still gonna sit. We're gonna sit here. Still, let this carry out. The chorus line. Num 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 num. That is a good emote. I can't. Do you, as a glopero, or bunny person, do you have the bunny tail? Can't really see it under clothes at the moment, or is it just the ears? Vera do not have tails. Okay. Squats. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Ad's over. Gotta wake up your stall now. Put away the dance party. Aw, she's so sleepy.
I've never known Y'shtola to doze off in the middle of research before.
You're just gonna. Okay. Oh, look at the ears.
Close my eyes for one moment. How long have you two been here?
We didn't want to wake you. Look so sleepy and comfy. Bonk.
Nor did I want to fall asleep. I must have been studying for 2-3 days straight before exhaustion finally claimed me.
Hamster.
As you know, I've been researching ways to travel from the source to one of its reflections.
And you found nothing.
Looking for hints, at least. I don't expect to find a simple set of instructions tucked away in some dark corner of the library. So I've been skimming through the stacks, hoping to uncover even a partial mention of any similar feats in the past. A means to travel between worlds exists, and you can be sure I will find a way to employ it. So I promised Runa, but 'twould seem I've set myself a nigh impossible task.
You needn't be so hard on yourself. The leap I made with the Crystal Tower was not achieved in an afternoon. It was the culmination of a collective effort spanning generations.
Got the
Oh, you think me discouraged? I assure you, 'tis quite the opposite. A daunting challenge and the time to sink my teeth into it. I feel like a fresh-faced student again.
A scholar in her element.
To the vault.
Indeed. Was there something else you wish to ask of me? Alzadal is no minor figure in Harnish history, and much is known about his family. But this is the first I've heard of a descendant surviving a trip to another world. If those tales are true, then he may have left behind some clue as to how it was accomplished.
Oh yeah, someone.
An invitation to delve into one of the world's lingering mysteries. As if I could refuse. And whence do we embark upon this expedition?
Achiali, by ship. But before that, we thought to extend an invitation to Urianger as well. He was in Thalmazane last we heard.
Getting the band back
Then by all
together.
means, let us recruit him and be on our way.
This small robot book organizer thing. What is that? Alright. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Down into the deep. Yep, let's go. Nope, can't fly. Big ship. Hey, Urianger. Bum. Hey, can we take this ship out there?
Our illustrious champion. Cloaked in the mantle of the common explorer, fame set aside in thy pursuit of simple adventure. I am told a new expedition is in the offing.
It's good to see you. Well.
And thee. As ever, thou art the picture of strength.
You've been keeping yourself busy, I trust?
True to our plan, Thancred and I embarked upon a pilgrimage of sorts, with an eye for gauging the state of those lands through which we passed. Our travels were interrupted, however, by a request for aid from our befurred lunar allies.
The bunnies.
As you may recall, the Loperids had been seeking new purpose for the moon, another role through which it might serve to benefit mankind. The Forum hath been working to advise them in this endeavor, but I return to offer mine own counsel.
And this has what to do with treasure vaults, exactly?
Ah, you have learned of my predicament from Mistress Cryle.
Da-da.
I know not whence they acquired such knowledge, but the Loperids now stand convinced that adventurers delight in treasure hunts.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Thus, with their newly built wonderland of riches and mystery, do they hope to entice all manner of daring delvers to the moon? So earnest and innocent was their desire to bring joy to the world that I found myself powerless to refuse them my cooperation.
Moonride, moonride.
But what of you, my friends? Why are you come to Labyrinthos?
Oh, yeah, you see, of course, the thing we've been talking about for an hour.
Fascinating.
This.
This is indeed a most fortuitous opportunity. I should be honored to accept thine invitation.
Isn't this too many people, though?
How long hath it been, I wonder, when last our actions were not impelled by fate or desperation?
Painkiller to... Yeah, I think...
Aye. Though I cherish the Scion's accomplishments, 'tis pleasant to not have the weight of the world upon our shoulders for a change.
Counting Estinian, we number 5 now, yes? Without knowing what traps or perils await unwary feet, we may be wise to refrain from recruiting others.
I agree. Between us, we should have the skills to handle whatever situation may arise. Shall we be on our way?
Yes.
What, no time to spare a word for the grizzled old bard?
Tancred. Yeah.
All is well, I trust?
A wasted trip, I'm afraid. I'd hoped to catch up with a former mentor while you parleyed with the rabbits, but it seems our paths were not to cross.
You're looking well.
That's because we didn't travel by experimental etherite. It's astounding what a lack of nausea does for one's sense of well-being. In any case, as we made our way around Ilzabard, we saw that much of the continent was in various stages of chaos. A certain amount of disorder is to be expected. The final days are over, and the people no longer have a... That's the thing with these fledgling troubles, eh? You need to keep an eye out, lest they mature into full-grown headaches. So, for what reason have so many esteemed personages seemed fit to gather?
Alright, here we go. I'll explain it again.
Beneath the waters of the Bounty, you say? I see you've already stolen away my traveling partner with the promise of unexplored ruins and scholarly glory.
Nay, 'tis not for mine own indulgence, but rather the fulfillment of my commitment to the Loperids.
The Loperids.
Of course. And if you have Estinian rounding out your group, you'll likely have all the members you need.
Feeling left out? I could put in a good word for you, if you like.
We may have been released from our obligations, but I'll never be free of that merciless wit of yours, will I? In all seriousness, 'tis best I sit this one out. Too many former scions consorting with one another might be seen as a cause for concern in certain quarters.
You sure I'd rather have you than
I'll
Ariane?
return to my usual reconnaissance and scout out the situation in the Far East. Feel free to share if you come across any interesting revelations. Till we meet again.
Till we meet again.
Shall we also hasten our departure? Sir Estinian will wonder what hath become of us.
Sure. But this. Let's go, fat cat. Hello, doggies. Big dog, yes. Look at it. And there's another one. So majestic. And another one. And another. They're everywhere. Beautiful beings. Wait, doggy, why are you attacking? No. Alright. I send you to recruit Graha and you return with an entire survey party. I hope Mattia's boat is sturdy enough to carry us all. What he meant is, we are grateful for this use of your precious fishing vessel. We are more than glad for the chance to provide it. I ask only that you take care to steer clear of the reefs in the shallow there. Aye, we will keep an eye out. Baked alien soup, alright. Ta-da! Cutscene. Third. I confess I am somewhat embarrassed at the tale of his journey to another world escaped my notice. Could it be more simple than folklore? And what of the treasure he supposedly brought back? This undersea vault may hold relics from another reflection. My friends, we should temper our expectations. The map doth promise ruins, but beyond that, we know not what we will find. Not until we find it, aye. Let us dispense with the conjecture and set sail for the vault. Something unlocked. Quest accepted. Alzadal's legacy now accessible. Does anyone want to do this with me, or should I? Okay, you're already got the full squad. Okay. Thank you, Bone Scarfer. I will praise this Sandruva for your safe return. May the wealth of her blessing guide you to the treasure you seek. Yeah. Aye, sir. It's a map. I'm gonna die. Yep. Let's go. Oh god, they're going so fast. Getting all my keybinds. That one. Oh wait, it's fire 3. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Coming back to me. Probably also didn't help that I changed up the way I keep. Hey, that's cool. Where is that? You're there. You're there. Photo. Uh. Perfectly fine. Oh, wait. That one. Yeah, that's. It's a jellyfish. Okay. Alright, there we go. Do 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 do. Something tells me I shouldn't. Oh. Haha. Nice job, you little tentacles. Uh. Big wave. They take that. Oh. Oh. Trust the teleporter. Okay. Whee! To Glyph of passage detected, confirming bearer's identity. Yep, Eddie's best floor tank. Eddie's the best tank when he's not actually tanking. A lot of stuff there. Yes, good help. Hey, look at that. Hey, it's another one of those. Killing that thing. Yeah. Oh, that's fine. Claw trap. Oh. Oh, hey. Turn back, truth. Or this vault will be here too. Oh. That's cool looking. Interesting. I can do mechanics. Although I think I've lost the ability to DPS. This feels such a weird spot. I agreed will prove your undoing. Do, 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 do. Da, 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 da. They'll need like okay. Oh, never mind. Such a little silly liar. Or she like yeah. Perfect. I forgot. There. Oh. I wasn't, like, was I supposed to limit break there, or am I limit breaking after this? The end of this? Ooh. He looks cool. Oh. Okay. It's okay. I got my own limit break in, Fire 3. I Fire 2. Alright. Cool, okay. Actually, is it a good circle? I've not been able... Right back to my ley line. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. Da-da. Okay, cool. Uh, oh, damn it. Eh. Ow, I got a stab wound. Oh, I barely touched it. No, no. Alright, let's start this up. I must stay in the ley lines. Yeah. Sparkle, sparkle. Ba-dum. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Hey, everybody else. Ooh, pet. Need. Yeah. Ooh. Alright, what's next? Cutscene. Like, party. Yep, that inventory is very bad. Da, 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 da.
What have we here?
'Tis not unlike a Hunnish alchemical furnace in design.
Well, there is one way we might find out.
Some brightly colored tape.
Stop! You mustn't touch it.
Oh?
Vritra! Oh, my apologies. Should I continue calling you Varshan?
You may address me as you wish. My nature is no longer a secret. Still, this is not a setting I imagined for our union. Surely you've not entered these ruins as common looters.
Oh.
Would that we could deny your accusations, but I fear you're not far from the truth.
Great Vritra, might we beseech thee to explain the nature of this strange contrivance?
It was crafted by our alchemists at my behest, for the purpose of sealing something away.
Dum bum bum. Stealing away what exactly? Another dragon.
Perhaps I should simply show you.
Show me. Sure. Wait, are you gonna touch it? You told me not to touch it. You can touch it? That's not fair. Meow. Oh. The purple goo. Didn't he not want us to open that? He just opened it?
I have lifted the seal, if only for the moment, by an authority only I possess.
A planar fissure?
No, my friend. Small though it may be, this is a functioning gate into the void.
Bum bum bum. What's the void? Void gates and fissures are much the same thing in practice, in the sense that both allow passage between the source and the 13th. Difference in terminology refers to the circumstances of their creation. A fissure is an incidental tear in the fabric between worlds, whereas a void gate is the product of deliberate action. I suspect this is the latter, judging by the elaborate mechanism put in place to control it. To think of our search for material riches would lead to this priceless discovery. The swirling emptiness, it puts me in mind of old friends, not to mention old foes. Boop 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 boop. Da, 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 da. Hey, so you're not about to. Your soul is about to jump through there, isn't she? She's going in. She's going in.
I must admit, I am deathly curious to know how a void gate came to be hidden in the depths of these ruins.
Dragon farts.
To tell that tale, we must first peer far to the south, and even further into memory.
Da da da. Alright, well, I got time.
An age 5 millennia passed when the Algan Empire sent an invading force to the shores of Merasidia. The southern people rallied around the commanding figures of Bahamut and Tiamat and fought fiercely to repel the would-be conquerors.
Bahamut.
With Bahamut's defeat, however, the tide turned against them. Desperate to seize any advantage, the Mercidians resorted to summoning primal entities. In response, Emperor Zande forged a covenant with the Cloud of Darkness, sovereign among the all-devouring denizens of the Void. Thus bolstered by icons on one side and Void Scent on the other, the two armies clashed in a battle of unspeakable carnage. So much death, so much loss.
I consider myself well versed in that period of history, yet you speak as one who witnessed it happen.
I mean, he is a dragon.
Indeed, I did. I heard Tiamat's roar of defiance and sped toward that war-torn land. Along with my sibling, Ashdaya.
Ajdaya?
We dragons are not male or female as men are wont to classify, but elder sister is the closest a mortal tongue can come to describing what she meant to me. I was the last of our brood to hatch, and Ashdaya cared for me where my sire could not. Thus I was with her when Tiamat roared. I was with her when she journeyed south, and I was with her when she fought against the Void-sent hordes. Yet no matter how many of their vile fiends we cast down, more rose from the abyss to take their place. Faced with an unwinnable war of attrition, Ashdaya risked her all on a final gamble. She plunged through the Void Gate itself to strike at the root of their strength. I tried to follow in her wake, determined to lend what aid I could. But even as I came upon Alag's glittering tower, I saw the rift close behind her. And Ashdaya has been lost to us ever since.
I find I must retract my earlier claim of historical knowledge. Nowhere in the Crystal Tower's archives did I see mention of such noble sacrifice.
That does not surprise me. To Allagan eyes, it must have seemed as if a lone dragon, driven to madness, simply dove through the gate and did not return. For my part, I spent long years searching for the means to reunite with Ashdaya. Until I could search no more. Until Alag was dust, and the arts to open a void gate large enough to accommodate a dragon forever lost.
Yet you have the beginnings of a gate right here, under the control of a harnessed device.
My discovery came before Radzat-Han was founded. Though I scoured the lands for a method to cross the rift, it was beneath the sea that I chanced to find a natural planar fissure. It was, however, far too narrow to admit a worm's bulk. Only after our city rose upon the rock, and I could enlist the aid of our talented alchemists, did matters take a favorable turn. Their dedication was beyond reproach. Tirelessly, they worked to expand the fissure, and after decades of toil, it finally grew to a size that a child might pass through.
Not long ago, you told us that you called out to your kin, that Ashdaya's answer was silence. I suspect the conclusion to your tale is not a joyful one.
Da, da, da. Nope.
With hope in my heart, I used the simulacrum to cross the threshold. But no, I did not find her. What I found was a host of void scent, clamoring around the opening they had sensed. 'Twas but a moment, but enough. I had no choice but to retreat and allow the portal to contract once more.
The gate was a threat to your people. You had to decide between endangering Radzat-Han and abandoning your sister. You chose the latter.
'Twas not that thy siblings scorned thy call. 'Twas that she was trapped beyond a barrier through which neither roar nor dragon may pass. Even now, in the desolate world of the 13th.
I can scarce imagine your pain, yet it was wise not to linger in that place. Too long a sojourn, and even a being of your power risks being warped into a creature of the void. You've seen this phenomenon before, when we stepped into the darkness.
We did. No, I don't remember. I'm gonna dot because I don't remember anything.
Remember well what happened to Nero, when his wounds allowed the void's corruption to enter his body and twist his ether.
I'm gonna have to look
Had
this
it
up
been
later.
allowed to progress much longer, I presume he would have been fully transformed.
Then there is little hope for Ashdaya.
Nah, he'll be fine.
No, I hadn't meant to. I speak only of possibilities. The scales of the first brood are extraordinarily resistant to ethereal fluctuations. They are the protective talisman's core components after all, and even the corruption I described would struggle to overcome. Of course. With the warding scale in one's possession, one could conceivably survive a stay in the 13th without being warped by its energies.
Are we going into
It
the
is too late.
void?
It is too late to rescue my sister. 5,000 years too late. And now countless others look to me for guidance and protection. So when I sensed intruders in the ruins, I came only to ensure that the gate remained closed. That, and to secure the treasure, of course. I wish only to forget the rest.
So don't run for it. Do, 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 do. First brood, Aether. Okay. Alright, so what are you thinking? So they managed not only to expand the figure, but also manipulate it as one might a gate. Astonishing. Is there any chance I could learn more of how this feat was accomplished? I will tell you what I can first. However, I must return to the High Crucible and arrange to replace the guardians you so handily destroyed. I will not do to leave the gate undefended. Oops. Sorry. My apologies. We were perhaps a touch zealous in our rush to uncover the vault secrets. If the constructs can be repaired, we would be happy to offer our assistance. That would not be necessary. Much as I've retained spare vessels for myself, we keep duplicate guardians on hand for such eventualities. In any case, we should return to Radatan. Alright. Oh, I did not realize this was an open sky. Oh, it's like no teleport. I'm walking. Do. Oh, that's what this thing looked like. I promise we will discuss the Void Gate further, but first I must attend to the matter of the Vault's sentinels. As your instruments have no doubt informed you, the Kapakulu has been reduced to much scrap. Please bring a new set out of storage and see that it is conveyed to its position along with some few lesser constructs. Was it Tomb Marauders? Friends born of the Tower of Zod? By the sisters, do not tell me a blasphemy gets rooms free. Sorry, Black Mage. Explosion? Why such guilty faces? Surely it isn't you who are responsible for this. Oh. Ahem. Well, the details aren't important. I shall see it done immediately. Good. Good on you, bud. And with that, the vault will soon be secure once more. Now, I believe you had questions? Lots of them. Oh, quite a few, in fact, but I'd like to begin with the gate itself. It is still functional, yes. Indeed, which is why I saw it sealed with an alchemical forge, locked and warded it with my magics. Such power must not fall into the wrong hands. In truth, the primary reason for the vault's construction was to keep the gate hidden from the outside world. So much effort for such a little door. That little door you speak of leads to an abyss teeming with unspeakable horrors. That said, in its current state, it would admit only the lowliest of void sent, and from this side no man would be able to pass through. No man? I should think Alphino could fit, given a firm enough push. Physical size is only one consideration. The true restriction hinges upon the etheric density of the soul in transit. And yet, you succeeded in expanding the diminutive portal and sending your simulacrum to the 13th. Thanks to my brilliant alchemist, I should have destroyed the anomaly when I found it, but instead I bade them devise a means to control it. After much experimentation, they accomplished the impossible. A method was conceived by which my magics can manipulate the fissure and transform it into a serviceable gate. But the process has long since been forgotten. Once I had given up searching for Ajdaja, something happened. Thus has the gate laid dormant for years now. Our own passage to the 13th was made relatively simple thanks to the Crystal Tower. An ancient mechanism channeled the tower's vast stores of energy to open a void gate, one bound to a covenant made with a cloud of darkness. Once that sovereign entity was beaten back, however, the covenant was broken and the doorway was severed from its connection to the void. Theoretically, it should be possible to reconnect the gate by forging a new pact with another void set, but such deals usually end in betrayal and death. In any case, we should attempt to gain an understanding of the Bounty Gate. Mayhap you could resume the search for your sister. As I have already explained, I put those futile hopes to rest centuries ago. My place and my duty is here now. As I had meant to ask, what prompted you to search for the vault in the first place? To see if the legends were true. As you have seen, the fabulous wealth from the stories is quite real, if not its rumored origin. But I'm afraid something I've been adding to that trove of years, but little by little, but the time has come to spend it that I might alleviate my people's suffering. Then we are of one mind. We had no intention of taking it for ourselves. Isn't that right, my friend? Your Excellency, would you object if I were to conduct a closer examination of the gate? I will make no attempt to open it, of course. Oh, she's gonna open it. I owe you and yours a debt that can never be repaid. Whatever boon you ask of me, you shall have it. You are most gracious. I shall take full advantage of your permission. With that, I could join thee in thy study, but the Loporrits will be anxious to receive my report. I beg my leave of you. Dun dun, and I must be off to Charlayan as well. Mistress Krell was eager to speak with you about that request, so please come back to the annex as soon as you're able. Farewell for now. Bye bye. Dun dun dun. We can discuss my findings once I return. You'll not be rid of me. Da ba 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 ba. Da 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 da. You may now undertake the Chronicles of a New Era quest series, Mists of the Realm. Speak with the fresh-faced student at the Baldesian Annex to accept the first quest. Huh? The difficult part in all this will be deciding how best to put these riches to use. Will you lend me your assistance in these deliberations? Sure. Brothels. That's what it's all gonna go to, right? This is Fable 3, 4. Ashmore and I are in this together. I will follow her example. Dun. Meanwhile, elsewhere, cutscene is starting. The Void? It's a throne. Ooh. You look cool. Gates. Looking things. Ooh. Tell me more. We get to see who you are? Maybe a little bit? Thrown ever. I sensed the breaching of a gate, but it was not instigated from this side. It was thrown open from the other. I too felt a rare current. Yes, but such a tiny portal is beneath our notice. There are more pressing matters at hand. An opportunity is upon us, the coming of which we have waited for nigh on 10,000 years. We dare not let it slip our grasp. Up, the void's coming. Yet we must not underestimate she who bested the cloud of darkness. Even restrained by a covenant, the cloud was no feeble wisp to be dispersed by some flesh and blood mortal. Ah, let her come. I will drown the world and watch this fleshling gasp for breath in her final moments. Shake, shake, shake. Knight in black, your zeal is admirable, but forget our cause. Think back on our struggles beneath this sunless sky. Remember why we see not our will to fight. It is time we set the war in motion and win redemption for our star. Seeing his face didn't help. Sharing the wealth. Shall we begin? If we are to spend treasure wisely, then we must first determine which groups would benefit the most from monetary assistance. Some of my citizens may find it intimidating to speak with Satrap directly, so I would ask you act in my stead. We're actually doing this? You are to visit Akali and Gidley Mod, speak with Mattia and his people, and listen to their grievances. Istinian, I bid you do the same at Palakistan. I will be conducting my own inquiries at Giant's Gall grounds. Once you believe you have ascertained the needs of the populace, we can reconvene at Megaduta. Go back to the fishing village. Go past the doggies again.
Yeah.
Oop. Doggies. Bam, bam. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Boop, boop, boop. Alright, Mattia, what are your grievances? Oh, Washboard, I was so glad to see you had returned unharmed. Finished the boat, then? Anything the village desperately needs? Well, I suppose Calzel's us hits us the hardest. I've been trying to find buyers for my fish, but although I sell a few here and there, it's not much more difficult than it was before. Everyone's still struggling to rebuild their lives. For now, we're just banding together as best we can. The locals. Okay, wait, I was just... Alright, we'll go past the doggies again. Dun, 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 dun. Dog, dog, yep, dog. Dog, 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 dog. Wake me up inside. I can't wake up. Wake me up inside. See? I like its cat with sheets. Alright, what do you got, Junkmonger? Greetings and welcome, traveler. This is your first visit to Thavnir, then you must try my special Amralas. Refreshing just cannot be beat. What could such a wonder cost you? You wonder. Normally I bar with 3 bottles, the generous price of 19,800 gil. But for you, I'm willing to go as low as 10,000. You'd be practically stealing from me. Still not turning a profit these days. Times are harsh, my friend. The world may no longer be on fire, but we are still sifting through the ashes, so to speak. Sisters, spare me, and we might as well have that ugly tower back for the scant few travelers we see these days. I myself barely have the coin to buy at local prices. I tell you, if I didn't charge the odd adventurer a small fortune for an afternoon tea, I'd be scavenging for scraps in the streets. So people just need to buy all their stuff. Sigh. How fares the port? Well, it's in shambles, isn't it? Trade routes are open once more. Now that the danger is past, certainly. But no small number of merchants have had to sell their ships to make ends meet in the short term. Add to that, the sailors we lost in the final days, and it's little wonder the flow of exports is no more than a pitiful trickle. If Alzal and his consortium were still with us, I'm sure he'd have found a way to turn our fortunes around. Now that it was a man who got things done. God rest his soul. You've spoken with the local figure. Go back to the Fashion. Give me. No, 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 no. Egaduta. Do. Do. Ashan, hello. Estinian. Cutscene. Ah, my advisor's return. I've just made it back myself. Why do you retain this vessel now that your true form is known? You could have flown across the island in a fraction of the time. Be that as it may, the sight of a massive creature descending from the sky can be startling, to say the least, and there are a few places I can enter comfortably without risk of flattening some cart or stall. Fair. His butt's too big. Fair enough. As for my inquiries, the people of Palakistan were unanimous in their reply. They are surviving. Resources were stretched to the limit when refugees were pouring in, but they persevered with some from Gedlamad. From what I understand, they have always been an independent community, hunters and foragers and the like, and I was assured the jungle provides for their needs, for the most part. Palakistan has weathered the disaster better than most, it seems. I myself heard good news and bad. The quarrymen were cautiously optimistic, having just sold a full wagon of giant skull to a foreigner trader. But such visitors are far and few between. Compared to our best years, the weight of some stone leaving Thavnir has been light. Our nation is small and isolated, its prosperity dependent on a steady stream of exports. We must identify any obstacles to the flow of trade so we may begin working to remove them. Tell me, what did you learn at Akyali and Idlamad? No one's buying the stuff and they need boats. I see, without a dedicated buyer, the average fisherman must struggle to offload his daily catch. Which is why I believe we should first address the lack of ships and shortage of able-bodied sailors in Yidlamad. I am reminded of a child I spied as I made my way back to the palace. His father lost at sea when the beasts sunk their vessel. So many variations of the same tragic tale repeated over and over. So many lives lost. Yeah. Enough grief to drown in if we let ourselves to be overcome, but we will not. Watch more Justinian, I will consider the perspective you brought me and devise a plan to help my people confront this adversity. Come, I would like you to be in attendance when I announce the proposal to my assembled functionaries. Dun 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 dun. Dragon.
I thank you for your attendance. The riches the Radiant Host have retrieved were hoarded in Alzadal's name. A fortune I set aside for a future day of need. And lo, that day hath come. May it aid our wounded city in reclaiming its vibrancy and vigor.
Yeah, dragon. Give the money to the people.
In better times, I would leave such a task to our capable Ahawan. God's rest his soul. Finding myself bereft of his counsel in the here and now, I will assume the responsibilities of mine office directly. Firstly, the treasure shall be sold for more convenient currency. Thence, invested into the trading port of Yedlamad. Our merchants must have their operations restored, their ships rebuilt. Commerce must flow once more. None were spared the tragedy of the final days. Of this, I am well aware. But an absence was created by the loss of Kalzal's consortium. And by filling it, we provide new means for our fishermen, our artisans, and others to bring their wares to distant markets.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Totally. Oh, that guy on the left's armor looks really cool. He's got like bug eye,
Of the
like
children
eyes.
who were left without family to care for them.
That is a concern which weigheth heavily upon my mind. A simple gift of coin will soon be exhausted, leaving these young souls adrift on the fringes of our society. Nay, a proper solution is needed, one which doth guarantee their welfare for years to come. Thou hast surely seen how other nations rise to meet this challenge, adventurer. What dost thou deem the wisest course?
Give them lances, make them all dragoons. Is that what he's gonna say? Oh, I say taxes, levy them on trade profits and investment. It takes a village. I don't want food taxes. It takes a village. I'm sure someone attacks it. Whatever. I'm not. I'm a warrior of light. I mean, I don't do taxes.
Of course, we must all look out for one another. Let us put this idea into practice. A contract shall be written, requiring all who
Yep. Yep.
receive of Al-Zadal's treasure to commit a portion of their future earnings towards the running of an orphanage. Now, such an influential policy is deserving of a worthy name.
Something with Halazal seems appropriate. Why not honor one of your most successful merchants, Halazal? Feel like we should. Sure, that person. I think we were talking about them recently. Maybe. Oh, wait, that was the person that died. Okay.
Kalzar should be remembered not as the blasphemy which terrorized Thavnair, but as a hard-working and generous man who brought much wealth to our shores. Do any among you object to this proposition? Many here lost loved ones to the beasts.
In that time of strife, any one of us could have broken. Any one of us may have been taken by despair. When I think of Kalzal, I feel no hatred. Only a stinging regret that we could not save him as well. Isn't that right, men?
I want that guy's armor. It looks cool.
This bodes well for that boy. Mirad, was it? Perhaps he can cut ties with that shady peddler.
Then let it be done. Henceforth, this initiative shall be known as the Kalzal Foundation.
Yeah.
Megumin, thou art to assemble a patrol and ensure that no child in this city liveth in squalor. Clerks, see to the management of our funds and make haste. Our citizens must not suffer a day more than is necessary.
Dragon and man, side by side in pursuit of a brighter morrow. Reminded of Ishgard.
Oh yeah, that place. Stormblood. That was an expansion. Uh, giant potato pancakes. Zero slots. Yep. Oh, look at that. Alright. Well, good time for my inventory to fill up because I think we're gonna call it there. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Let's see. Eat a cookie. Turn off the HUD. Stick around for one more second because we're gonna raid out. Say live. Oh. No, they're not. Okay. Quack, 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 quack. Thank you. Quacks. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Okay, backup plan. We're gonna raid stars again. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba. Ba-ba. Ba- The link. Ba-da-ba-da. Boy is. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Okay. Thanks everybody for hanging out.
I appreciate you.
There's still lots more patch quests to do. This is just the beginning, so I will be back some other day to keep doing them. Now completely dressed as Megumin. But till then, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out.
I appreciate you.
Say hi to stars.